Few fish inspire more angling intensity, legend, and lore than hard-fighting, high-flying muskies.
Got him. Beautiful.
Oh, that was
nice
cool,
fish.
huh?
Nice fish, Jerry.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eat it, huh?
Wow.
Wow, unbelievable.
Ah,
Oh, man.
what a way
Hey,
to
look
end.
at this. Hey, I want to show you this. This is the axis. This is where we're pulling the boat out at, right here. She's going to the truck.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
And few waters inspire the same sense of majesty and awe as the rocky, pristine wilderness lakes of the Canadian North. Combine the two, and you have a surefire recipe for hardcore angling action and excitement.
There he is. Whoa! Yeah, no.
Big water and big fish go hand in hand. And with lots of territory to cover to contact and catch muskies, efficiency rises to the forefront. On-screen lake maps show you where you want to go and how to get back home again amidst the vast maze of pine-studded granite islands. Fast-moving, high-riding bucktails strain the water for active biters. Together, they reduce nature's vast waterscape to fishable size, helping you put muskies in the boat with consistency and confidence. Don't let the opportunity slip through your grasp. Go wherever and whenever you can, because escape lies just a short jaunt north of the border, and big fish are always biting somewhere out there amidst nature's splendor.
Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah, got him, nice. Nice, Jared.
Yeah, that was cool, huh?
That was really cool.
She
really
just nipped
cool.
it the first time, Mike.
Yep, I got a bird's eye view of that one.
That was neat.
Got him. Good one, Jared?
I can't tell yet, Mike. I think it's.
All right, I'm gonna get her.
Oh, he
Oh,
jumped
man.
off. That was cool.
That was really cool.
We just said that looked like a good spot to catch a muskie, and I got a good jump out of it. Hey, that's half the fun of muskie fishing. Right now, Mike Hayner and I are up in northwest Ontario on the famed Lake of the Woods, targeting muskies. In our program today, it's midsummer, peak water temperatures. You know what that means? Burning hair. So today, we're gonna talk about some of the subtleties involved with different styles of blades and bodies for catching muskies on probably the best bait of all time, the inline spinner. Oh, that was a must. She just
Was it a
nipped it.
muskie?
Yeah, it was a nice one too. Nice fish. Here she is.
Yep.
Got her.
Got her? Got her.
Yeah,
Right.
that was awesome. She missed it.
Alright.
The first. Oh, and I lost it again. Boy, I got the dumps today. 3 in a row. Oh man, she bit it. I missed her. She came back for it. Boy, I got tacky sharp hooks too. They aren't just crushing it. They're just kind of nipping at the tail, and I had her in the roof. But it is the beauty of bucktail fishing. Kind of one of my theories that I've got anyway when it comes to muskies is going back to like what Mark Wendell's used to say is the guy who can make the most casts kind of wins. So it's about making as many casts and covering as much water as you can. We're fishing out of Witch Bay camps on Lake of the Woods right now, and if you've ever spent any amount of time on Lake of the Woods or in Sunset Country, you know that there is an awful lot of ground to cover to find out where the muskies are, and there's no better tool, especially in the warm water period, than an inline spinner. It's absolutely the best way to make the most casts possible, cover the most water, and you're gonna end up catching a good number of fish, and you're targeting the most active fish. Now, if I was to go through all these areas and fish with, say, a jerk bait or a crankbait or something like that, chances are I'd see more fish, but it's gonna take me a lot longer to retrieve each lure. And most likely, but at the end of the day, I can make more casts with this and I'll probably have more bites. But Either way, hey, I'm 0 for 3, but this is so fun. What a great experience.
Still got a lot of water to cover.
We got a lot of ground to cover. Today we're based out of Witch Bay Camp in Northwest Ontario. We've got 3 days of primo musky weather and we're loaded for bear. This place has all the amenities for different styles and caliber of anglers. It's one of the coolest camps on Lake of the Woods. They focus on teaching people how to catch fish, the staff is excellent, and the food is awesome. Now, Lake of the Woods is over 1 million acres, and that much water can be intimidating. But what if I told you you could do a ton of homework before you left on your trip? Hummingbird's Smart Strike system allows you to do just that. On the Onyx or Ion system, there's an SD card that allows you to first off select the lake you're going to be fishing, and then the fun begins. You can highlight several search criteria to help you isolate some key locations to start fishing before you even wet a line. Here's an example for you. Search for musky, and search for midsummer. Search a lake region, and all this information is cross-referenced and highlights key locations that fit all this criteria. It's important to note that this is just a sample of the search info you can get. This is like having your own personal guide to the lake with years of knowledge. Now you can save waypoints on all these locations, creating a milk run. Once you get a fish, you can update the search criteria and it'll show you similar locations on the lake. And when you're on your milk route, you gotta move fast to sample the water to hone in on location and presentation patterns. And a bucktail allows you to burn rubber when you're fishing. Oh, I lost him.
Is that a
She's coming
muskie?
back for it. Oh, yeah. Dang, she just nipped it. Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah, got him, got him. Nice, nice, Jared.
Yeah, that was cool, huh?
That was really cool. That was
She
really
just
cool.
nipped it the first time, Mike.
Yep. I got a bird's eye view of that one.
That was neat. And I didn't see her on the follow-up. I'm gonna come back there with you, Mike, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
This is where she wants to be.
Yep. Good
Boy,
deal.
we've had a lot of good boat side action, haven't we?
Yeah, no kidding. They're really not boat shy, are they?
Not at
You
all.
just tell me when
Here,
she's
as soon as you can get a shot at it, get it.
whipped enough.
I've been losing enough of them that I want them in the boat.
Yep, we'll get her up and get that thing turned in. Bam, in the
Good
net.
job,
Sweet.
Michael.
All right.
Hey, yeah.
That's awesome.
You know,
Finally.
it pays off. A lot of casts, a lot of casts, but when it comes time to it, most of the time these are good hooking, holding baits, and they're great triggering baits. Mike, would you just hit the talon? This is a nice weed bed. We'll just,
I will do that.
boy, we got two good anchoring systems here. We got the spot lock on the Altera, and we got a shallow water anchor in the back, but this looks like a good spot to get bit, so. All right, here we go. Look at this one, Mike. Oh, yeah. Take a peek at that, huh? We spent quite a bit of time covering water, and we've narrowed it down now to primarily shoreline stuff, and a lot of these little pencil rushes and weed beds is where these fish have been hanging out. I'm just gonna set her back in the net here real quick. But the beauty of, you know, this system of throwing inline spinners and covering water is you can eliminate habitat types and you can find where the most active fish are all of the time. One of the most important things about choosing a bucktail is, of course, the blade that you've got on that bait. Now, if you're going for the ultra fast, super speed bucktail, one that starts really fast, engages quickly, the French blade is probably the best starting, easiest to retrieve, fast blade. I love this one when it comes to speed. You want something that's good on speed, starts quick, but also has a little bit more lift. Your fluted Indianas are the next great choice. And my personal favorite, the double Colorados, or just even a single Colorado, has a lot of lift, a slow vibration, and puts out a lot of good vibes in the water. And you get that vortex with these Colorados in tandem on a bucktail. All right, I think we're about done with that spot. We put a lot of miles on these spinners today throwing for these muskies. But hey, I run a cable drive a lot of the time for bass fishing, but when it comes to muskie fishing, I have come to love Minn Kota's Terova with the electric steer. But check this thing out. This is the Altera, which is essentially a Terova that has iPilot and iPilot Link capabilities But this is the cool part about it. It's less work now for musky fishing with all the casting we're doing. All I've got to do is this. Push a button, the trolling motor stows, I do it again, and it deploys. How cool is that? So I've got that feature on the trolling motor pedal that I can just push a button when it's in the mode feature to stow and deploy. It's also got a spot lock feature built right in, so I can spot lock with the trolling motor pedal, but at the same time, when I'm at the console and I get to a spot, I can use the remote to stow, deploy, steer the motor, all of the great things that the Trova comes with, but I can also stow and deploy right from the console. That's making fishing pretty darn easy. You ready, Mike? Let's go for a ride to the next spot. They're biting. You can see that this is a pretty high water year, and there's the gas pumps actually in the water. And anytime I'm traveling to remote locations, or fuel might be an issue. I'm not saying it is here or not, but for a little peace of mind, I always toss a can of Seafoam into the gas. Not only does it stabilize fuel, clean the engine, but if there's any water in the fuel, this will take care of that. So that's one of the biggest issues you always run into on the water, is that you've got, or with any outboard or motor, I should say, is fuel issues. And this is just a great peace of mind. We're going 30 miles down the Lake of the Woods today, and I don't want to be sitting down there trying to get home with the trolling motor. I feel really confident that we'll have no issues with our mercury today, not that we normally would, but nothing from fuel with a can of this.
Got him, huh?
Nice pike, Mike.
Is it a good one?
Yeah,
right.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Nice northern.
Oh, that's a great pike.
I thought it was a muskie the way he came up and followed it.
Should I net him or hand land him?
It's good enough size. I think we could throw her in the net.
All right.
I'm gonna spot lock us here.
All right.
That's a sweet feature. Boy, that was cool.
He
Out
hit
on
her
a
at
little
the
bit
boat almost
deeper
like
rock.
Like a muskie, didn't he?
It did, yeah. That was pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna come right up here.
That's the fun thing about fishing these spinners too, is the bait's always close to the surface, so you usually get a bird's eye view of anything that's happening. Wow. In Canada, the bonus is you get big jacks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Let you bring him around one more time here.
Boy, it's fun on that gear.
There we go.
Nice fish, nice fish. Haha, I like that. Nice
Right
big
there,
bonus
perfect.
pike.
Right
Thanks,
there.
Mike.
Get the tail out. Just there you
Huh?
go. Right there.
Look at that, beautiful pike. That's one of the bonuses of fishing up here in Northwest Ontario, is you run into a lot of pike like that. I'm gonna put it back in the net for a minute.
It's midsummer, and typically this time of year, muskies here on Lake of the Woods are using main lake structures, such as rock reefs, points, and island complexes. But this has been an unusual year with record high water conditions and cooler temps. We found most of the fish on shoreline weeds and rock, and even some at the mouths of weedy bays. From our experience, the best way to put a program together is to sample many different types of habitat and see if there is a structure or cover type the fish prefer. A good starting point is to pick apart a large structure that has all the elements. Find something like an island complex near shore with big water access that has a weed bay, boulder shoreline, broken rock point, island saddle, and a shallow rock hump, all in close proximity. This might seem like a dream spot, but Lake of the Woods is littered with them. Take note of what type of habitat you see or catch fish on and refine the search.
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Got her.
Got him. Right.
It's a little guy, but hey, that was a really cool experience. They're really turning on. Starting to bite anyway. I just had another one like this come up. I mean, this is action. That's what you come to Canada for, is you get action, and the scenery spectacular. You're dealing with lots of fish. You got a shot at probably the biggest fish you'll ever encounter in your life. Great big one.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, did you see that thing? You get to fish spots that are so cool, they're just amazing. Whew, that got my heart going like crazy. Holy smokes, that was a big one. That's what you want to see. There wasn't a 50-incher, there wasn't this size at one point either. It was what you come to Canada for. That was one of those, you know, over 50-inch muskies, a true giant trophy. That is just gorgeous. Let me get her back and I'm gonna share with you the gear that we're fishing with. I love catching muskies on light tackle. I just think that makes the experience so much more enjoyable. And I'm fishing a couple rods right now. This happens to be the Tour Tactical series from Quantum. This one's a 7'10", but the ticket with this whole bucktail system is the reel that I'm using. I'm using the Quantum Iron PT. This is the HPT, the high speed. Now a lot of musky guys are going to the low profile reels and they're getting the lower geared reels, and those are nice if you're throwing the big 10s, you're throwing a lot of heavier baits. But if you want to burn smaller bucktails really fast, you got to pay the price. It's harder to reel, but you got to get the 7-to-1 gear ratio. That makes that thing just fly like a bolt of lightning, and I can't stress how important speed is when you're burning bucktails. But this is just a nice medium action rod. The whole thing with rods most of the time is it's about something that can throw a heavy bait. I'm throwing baits right now that are, you know, 1.5 ounces, maybe 2 ounces at the most. This rod can handle it, and it plays fish out great. It's just a hoot to cast and reel these things in. I'm gonna see if I can get another one here real quick.
Hopefully I can get another one to sneak through, or one to sneak through and catch one before Mr. Musky Hawk here gets them all. Mr. Musky Hawk, that's almost an understatement. Fishing behind Jeremy, it's like fishing behind a vacuum cleaner. Trust me, it's a lot of casting and netting. Boy, I get excited when I catch a fish. I haven't caught a fish in 3 days behind Jeremy, so when I catch one of these, I just about go out of my gourd. But like I said, we've got 3 days up here, and muskies are notoriously moody. For the first 2 days, Jer was cleaning my clock with hair in the front of the boat. By day 3, we couldn't raise a fish. Now, I know we're fishing fish. We have a pretty good locational pattern figured out and several fish spotted, so I adjusted, slowed down, and put a bigger profile bait in front of them. And voila! There's one, there's one.
Got him?
Got him, got him.
Nice, Mike, good job.
Got him right down there.
Good job, dude.
Not a whale by no means, but it is a muskie all the nonetheless.
You were due, my friend, you were
Like
due.
I called it. It's gonna come up and see it. It's not the big one we saw earlier, but
No, but you got one. You just switched it up.
I can even grab it by hand, I think, on this one. No, here you want to net them. Net them. There we go.
Let's get her in there for you.
All right. Well, I'm on the board anyhow.
All right, another muskie.
Better than no muskie.
No kidding, good job. You've been paying your dues.
Yeah.
Perfect.
On the board anyhow,
Yep,
right?
good job, Michael.
Alrighty.
There you go.
Look at that, he swung and missed. He swung and missed.
It happens.
Yeah, I felt it, but we better get him.
Oh, sorry, man. It was just out of my range.
I know, I was looking at that. It's like, you know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
I'll try to get him to come back up around here, Jer.
Yeah.
Kind of goofed up here.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. The way this has been going, any muskie's a good muskie. Another guy he doesn't like the looks of that.
Doesn't like the looks of that. He's probably been through this rodeo before.
Yeah. You know,
You're getting a good fight out of it, that's
you
for
bet.
sure.
No, it's always fun getting sprayed, isn't it?
It is. They're not necessarily coming up in lunch and stuff,
No,
so it was
no.
a good,
Oh,
good way to trigger it.
He's a feisty guy, boy, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Nice, all right.
Yeah,
That's a
heck
good
yeah.
one, huh?
Beautiful fish,
Yeah,
Mike.
you bet. That's a good way to get her going. So.
Nice fish. Boy, they're pretty, aren't they?
Yep.
That's been a hot bait you got going there. You know, we spent a lot of time this trip covering water, looking at bucktails, and when you're fishing something like the Lake of the Woods, there's so much water to cover, so many spots that could be likely fish holding places. And for us, the name of the game has been covering water, searching with blades, and then we found spots that hold fish over the course of a few days. And we're coming back now with some of the classic baits like the wrapless super shad, glide and wrap, those types of baits, and just trying to twitch fish in what we would consider tough conditions into biting. So
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes you reel
Nice
that
work.
bucktail right over the top of them, and they don't hit. You come back with something like that, and you bet.
boom, muskie in the boat.
Yep.
What a great trip. Hey, if you've never made your way up to Northwest Ontario and fished Lake of the Woods or any of the thousands of lakes that are up here, Be sure to check it out. It's a trip you'll love. The scenery's beautiful, the fishing's great,
Oh man.
and it's an experience you'll look forward to every single season.
Hey, two important parts of my daily life are fishing and the Word of God. I read a lot of books about the Lord and things to do with the Bible that impact my thinking. This is a good read by Andrew Womack. It's titled The Christian Philosophy. Everyone has a philosophy. It's the lens through which they view the world and make decisions. I'll just read you some snippets right at the very beginning of it. I found it fascinating. Whether you realize it or not, you have a philosophy or a way of looking at life. It's an attitude that has been formed by the way you were brought up, by the experiences you had, and by the things you've learned. Through all of those things, you have formed a way of seeing life that largely predetermines your responses and even your experience of life. Goes on to say, my Christian philosophy has caused me to filter information differently than the world does. The world is trying to say the Bible represents an outdated standard of morality. They want to pretend that we've evolved beyond the Bible, and now we should just embrace life. If you aren't seeing the fruit of your life the way you'd like to see it, then all you have to do is change your way of thinking in your heart and adopt God's way of looking at life. Once you do that, the fruit will come. Something to think about this week. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you in the water.
Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching. And if you really like what you see, we got a whole lot more. So check us out at any one of these online outlets.